Hey everyone, Alex Keeson here, and this is Heart and Mind of Leaders. So thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate you watching this video. I wasn't sure what I want to talk about in this particular video at first. Uh, I'm recording this in the mid-March, and I was thinking, what topics do I want to discuss in March's video? And nothing was coming to mind for the longest time until I remembered the podcast that I did, a podcast episode that I did, as well as the article that I had written a few years back, specifically focusing on the importance of never say the word never and what that really means. And that's that came to mind. I was like, that's probably a good thing to talk about now, especially many people are dealing with difficult times all the time, but now probably more than ever. There's various challenges, various personal and professional difficulties that we all working towards and through to overcome, and working through them, trying to find solutions, and whether it's striving and supporting our family, putting the food on our table, having a shelter and the roof over our head, whatever the challenge that any of us are dealing with, it's important to remember that, first of all, that tough situation that we may find ourselves in is not permanent. And that kind of brings me back to that conversation and the topic of never saying never, because whenever we observe someone going through some difficult times whether it's in their personal or their professional lives, or we know somebody that went through it, we tend to say that, and think in our head that this will never happen to me. This will never happen to my family. And what we don't realize is that even though we may be at the present moment living a good, happy, successful life, life is like a quote-unquote roller coaster. And if you ever been on the roller coaster, it often goes up and down, and it has twists and turns and changes direction all the time. That's exactly the way I see life. Because life has the same tendency to change. Life has a tendency to present us with these unexpected events, unexpected turns, unexpected changes. And they're not always good changes. They're sometimes very difficult and very tough challenges that we had to deal with during certain periods of our life. And that's when it happens to us, then we realize, you know what? I should have never said never, because life is a roller coaster. It goes up and down. And that's why it's important to remember that when we see somebody struggling, when somebody needs assistance, we should do everything that we can, that's within our reach, within our power, to help them. Because you just never know when you may be in a similar situation. So, remembering that, I think we can be more prepared for unexpected events, and we can expect change to take place. We wouldn't know when exactly that will happen, but we should know and expect that it will happen at some point. And if we are ready and we expect for it to happen at some point, then we can plan accordingly. We can, by that time, maybe come up with some solutions already that we can use, and ways that we can solve certain problems or certain challenges that we may be facing from time to time. some tough times that we may be going through, and maybe we already have, because we were expecting for that to happen at some point in our life. We already have a plan in place on how to overcome it, how to deal with it, until that roller coaster of life takes that upward swing again. Because again, what's roller coaster, right? It goes up and down, goes left and right, takes twists and turns. So when it's going up, it's kind of like same thing as, hey, everything is great. The life is great. I'm happy. Everybody's happy. My family's happy. Things are going great, and that's wonderful. That's where we want to be, of course. But we also have to remember that there will be times when that roller coaster takes the downward trend. That's when we are dealing with those challenges and difficult times, when life presents us with these unexpected or unprepared events that we have to deal with all of a sudden. But if we know that and keep that roller coaster concept in mind, we know that once it goes down and we deal with those challenges and difficult times, it's temporary, because very soon it's going to go and take that upward swing again. So when they came to me today, I figured that's a really good topic to really remind everybody about, because whether you're dealing with good, going through happy and successful and wonderful moments at this time, not everybody in the same position, and not then other people may be dealing with some difficult and tough times. So we need to be mindful of that. We need to be ready to help, and at the same time we need to be prepared that our life could also take that unexpected turn, and just be prepared for it and ready to deal with it of course with a positive focus and positive mindset. We're having the optimistic outlook on life always. So I hope you find this helpful. I'll keep it nice and short, hopefully, and I wish you all the best. And I want to wish you that if you're watching this video, or even if you don't, or if you just heard about it somewhere, I just wish you that your life would take more of an upward swings, the positive swings and happy and successful moments, and less of a downward trends. Wish you all the best. And this is Alex Keeson, and this is Heart and Mind of Leader. Take care.